Hi, Minto here. In this video, we're going to go over how to create soap note templates. From a high-level overview, what we're going to do is we're going to create a button on a contact record or patient record. And from that button, when you click on it, it will launch what's called a flow that allows you to select a soap note template of your creation, and it will then create a soap note that will automatically fill out fields that you specified in that template. So let's get started. So from here, we're going to click on the gear icon on the top right and click Setup. In the Setup Quick Find, we're going to type in Flows and click on Flows under Process Automation. In the Flows menu, we'll see the Soap Note Template ScreenFlow template. Click on that. So this is a template, and in order to use the template and modify it, you'll want to click the Save As button first, and we'll give it a name. So in this case, I'll just say my soap templates. And then if I hit Tab, that will automatically fill in the API name for me. And then I'll click Save. All right, so here we notice that the name has changed to My Soap Templates, and this is the same flow that we saw earlier. Now let's walk through this flow and kind of talk through it so you have an idea of what's going on. At the top here is the start of the flow. This is a screen flow, which means that it will create user interfaces like a drop-down menu for the various templates for you to choose from. As the flow goes, it will come to this first element, which is going to check if the flow knows the patient ID or the contact ID. And because we're launching the flow from a button, it will automatically pick up the ID from the contact record, which means that the flow will come through here. Now, if we called the flow from a different way, not from the contact ID, then we would not have the ID of the contact, and it will come down this branch, and it will allow you to select a contact, and then it will then have the contact ID. And so both will show up down here with the contact ID, and then it will show you a screen for you to choose the soap note template. So if I double click on this, it will open up this element for me, and then you can click on the pick list here. And if we look on the right hand side screen here, you'll see there are many different pick list options. And so each of these is a separate flow that allows you to edit the template that you want to have. Now you can go through here and you can delete these if you don't plan on using them, and then you can use the add choice to create your own template. Now that's a little bit. We can do that a little bit later, but first let's just kind of walk through what it's like to add your template to an existing pick list here. So we're going to click Cancel here. And so when you choose a soap note template, we'll then drop down to this element, which is to see if the template that you chose up here is a traditional acupuncture template. If it is, then we will follow this flow down here, and you'll be able to edit it will create a soap note with the template that you've specified inside this element. And let's take a look at what this element looks like. So if I open up this element, it's going to create a SOAP note, and it's then going to, here's the SOAP note, and then it's going to pre-fill these values for these fields. So it's going to automatically fill in the contact, so the patient ID that we have from earlier, and it's going to fill in the start date and time, and which we're setting as now. And you can then also set up your own template here by doing add field, and then you can search for the field that you want to pre-fill. So for example, we can scroll down to complaints, and then we can just type in something here. So we can say something like my Chinese acupuncture back pain, just so we know that the template is working. So we can then add more fields if we want to, but when we're done, we can click done. Okay, so if we now then scroll down, once the SOAP note is created, then it will come down this branch and then take us to that SOAP note. Now, if we chose another, and then after that, it's going to end the flow here, and you'll be sitting on the created SOAP note, and then you can edit the SOAP note. If we go back up here, let's say we didn't choose traditional acupuncture, then the flow would continue down this path, and then it would check if it was a different pick list value or SOAP note template that we had chosen. And then we would then go down each of these branches based on what our choice was. So you get an idea of that. And if we create a new SOAP note template, then we could then come over here and add another one of these decisions and then create a branch just like we did here. And so let's kind of take a look at what that looks like. So we'll go back up here, we'll go to SOAP note template, and we'll click on this, and we will scroll down and we'll add another choice. And so we'll just make something up here like knee pain template. Oops. Oh, whoops. We'll do a new choice. We'll do choice, and then in the API name, we'll do knee pain template. So for this, you can't have spaces. So you'll either want to make it one word or you'll want to put underscores. And then we can put a label here, which we'll do knee pain template. And we can click done. And so there's the knee pain template. And then we'll click done here. And so now what we can do is we can come over here and we can add another decision, and we'll do knee pain template decision. Come here, knee pain template outcome. And then we'll say knee pain template equals what I think there should be we're looking for the, let me just cancel this. Oh, was selected as true. Okay. Whoops. Need a decision. We'll do knee pain. What we can do is probably see if we can do this. Copy element, and then we can paste element. And then if we open this up, is knee pain template. And then we can edit this to is knee pain template. Pain template is knee pain template. And then we would choose knee pain template here. And then was selected as true, and we have an error here, outcome. And done. Okay, so if there was a, right, so if we had chosen knee pain template, then it would then go down this branch. If we didn't, then it'll just end. So what we can do here is we can copy this element, and we'll just paste that element there, and then we can edit this and say create knee pain template. Pain template soap. Knee pain template. Knee pain template soap. And then, right, and then we can do same thing that we did earlier. We can say add field here, and then we can do something like we did earlier, where we went to the complaints, and then we add, my knee pain template, and then we can do done. Okay, so that is an example of creating your own template, your own pick list, and then your own template. And so when we're done, we can, we also need to, once it's created, we'll then want to connect it to this. So what we can do here is we can say connect element. And if we scroll down, it'll allow us to connect that there. And then that will automatically flow to this. And then we can click save. We're done. Okay, so I think that's correct. We can test it out, and let's first activate it here. And then now we'll create the button that calls this flow, and that launches this flow. So to do that, we'll go back to the tab with the setup menu. And in the search bar, we'll type in objects, or object manager. And in the quick find here, we'll type in contact. And we'll click on contact. And then we'll go to buttons, links, and actions. And we'll create a new action. And here in the action type, we'll choose flow. For the flow, we'll choose my soap note templates. And then we'll add a label to it. So we'll do something like create soap. And then we'll click save. Okay, now that we've created the action button, we'll go back and then we'll click on page layouts. So we'll put the button on the contact layout. And in our case, our contact layout is the Jasmine layout. And then we'll scroll down and we'll click on mobile and lightning actions. And we'll see that our button is here, create soap. And we'll just click on it and drag it down to this section here and you can put it anywhere you want. I'm choosing to put it before the send intake, and then I'll click save. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go to our contact record. I'm going to click on this first tab here, and I'm going to click on the contacts tab, and then I'm going to click on John Doe. And then on John Doe, we now see that there's a Create Soap button. We're going to click on that. And if we click on the drop-down, we'll see all the templates that have been created. And we'll click on the, let's do the one that we just created. So knee pain template. And we'll click next. And so it created a new soap note for us for John Doe, and it associated John Doe here, and then set the start time, and then it added the chief complaint that we created for the template. And so what you could do in the flow is that you can go down each of these fields, and if you have a pre set of text that you want to have already set up, you can then put that into the flow, and that would help you speed up your note taking and have a template ready for you. And that's it. Thank you.